Good morning. Welcome, 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 Christina. Welcome, Esther. Welcome, Mr. Mark. Welcome, Blessing. Welcome, Ruth. Welcome, Omolola. Welcome, Bisola. Welcome, Aaron. Welcome, Kainde. Who do we have here? Welcome, Bianca. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome. Let me just give a few minutes. I'm still admitting people into the meeting. Okay, while we are still waiting for everyone to join. Now, I know some of us must have had breakfast this morning, right? Right? Okay. So now I want you to tell me, just imagine, if you had all the resources, if you could go to any part of any country in the world, what breakfast do you desire right now? Let me see. Comment in the chat box. What breakfast do you desire right now? Can you drop on the chat box? Let me see. What breakfast? What particular type of breakfast? Is it that of that you remember from childhood and all? I can't see anyone. Oh, a sandwich. Good. That's Saha said a sandwich. Nice. Okay, please let's mute our phones. Microphones. About bono soup this morning. This person, you must be a very strong person. Tea and bread. Okay. Oh, I see this. Oluwakemi said spaghetti bolo. Me, I can't pronounce this. I think this should be a French food. Okay. That's Sheyi says bread and egg. Good. Pap and akara. Latif. Cassava porridge. I see that. Bread and tea. Who else again? Esther says tea and bread. Blessing says rice and stew. Who else? For Malawi, it says porridge prepared with granola flour. Okay. I see here sweet potato. Elijah says rice. Aaron says cassava. Burger. This Bianca, burger, nice. You guys are all making me hungry. I see here French toast and bacon. I see sound, please. I think you have to work on your own microphone. Please, as we come in, let's mute our microphone, okay? I see here Martina says cereal and with baked beans. Bianca say I vex. Sorry, oh. Sorry, my sister. I see here spaghetti and fresh fish. Nice, nice. Okay, nice one. So as we all drop choco and biscuits. Oh, this reminds me of my childhood. This reminds me of my childhood days. Where we will sneak out and, that's the first thing we'll do in the morning. Go and get choco and biscuits. Abacha with fish. Correct. That's my Igbo people from Enugu. Correct. Abacha with fish. But you forgot to add pomo. Okay, good morning. Good morning once again. I just did this to start off on a lighter note. Okay, and when it's exactly 11:05, we are going to start. Jide Chuku said Coke. Okay, good. Deborah says groceries, sweetener, and floating berries. Hey, please don't make me very hungry today. Please, I beg you. Papa, moi. Yeah, this is more traditional. Okpa. I see that there are some very strong Eastern people here. Bianca says, see what I did here. Okay. Great. Thank you for dropping all your comments. Okay, thank you so much for dropping all your comments. All right, so let's quickly start here. All right, I'm going to share my screen in a moment. Okay, so welcome everyone. Okay, just give me, Rebecca, if you can hear me, please help me admit people in.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Rebecca. All right, so everyone, welcome today to Introduction to STEM and PhET Interactive Simulation. So this is going to be a workshop where we're going to be coming together on Zoom for the next 4 Saturdays. Okay, and if I had sent an email to you earlier in the morning that we are going to be sending out a Coursera link. Now, what this is going to be going to do for us is to be able to collate your assignments. Okay, so but towards the end, we're going to direct you on how you go about Coursera and submitting your assignment, because it's a workshop, and at the end, you'll be given a certificate from the University of Colorado, Boulder, US, and also from PhET. Okay, so welcome once more, and I appreciate your zeal for wanting to learn more, wanting more professional development. And I know that all this is for our kids here in Africa, it's for our students here in Africa to excel. Okay, because it is from your own platform as a STEM educator that you empower your students to learn science is better. And I tell you, if a country gets science, there's advancement in that country. Okay, you can see it in the US, even in China. Science is like a must in China. That's why almost everything is produced there. A 4-year-old, a 7-year-old can couple a system. So that was a culture shift that they had to enforce. And I'm so grateful, even if, yes, there's not a lot of support from the government, but you are here, taking out your own time, sacrificing your time to learn more, to empower students, to love STEM in their classes. So please, thank you. I appreciate you for taking out this time, an effort to, on this workshop. Okay, please, as we come in, please let's mute our microphone. Okay. So here, quickly, I would just want to introduce the PhET team and also PhET fellow. First of all, I am Blessing Chukwuka from Nigeria. I'm a PhET fellow. That was 2022 set. Okay. And PhET came in and said, oh, we have this tool that is free to use. But we see that no one is using it in Africa, but we need also Africa to grow. So there was a call for application for the fellowship, and I applied, and I got accepted into the fellowship. And so here I am to also try to push in PhET to Mr. Educator. Please don't stop writing on the screen, because it's going to affect my own slides. Okay, thank you. You can erase it on your end. Thank you, Mr. Educator. Okay, so that's why I'm here trying to promote the usage of PhET in our schools and in our classroom. So I have here with me Rebecca. Rebecca is the Director of Global Initiative PhET in Colorado, Boulder. Rebecca, please can you say hi, please?
Yes, hello everyone. It's so good to see so many people here. I am in Washington, D.C. right now. I'm still waking up a bit.
Sorry.
So that's okay, no, it's fine. I may be a little slower than usual, but it's wonderful to see everyone. Just to give you a bit of background, I used to be a teacher myself. I love teaching in the classroom, but I also love working with teachers and people like Blessing, of course. So that's why we're here today. Blessing, if for the strike on the screen, you might stop sharing for a moment and then reshare, and it should be gone. There's a way to remove it, but it's a little complicated, probably.
Okay, I'll do that.
It should be gone when you reshare.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I think it's about 6 a.m. where you are now, right? It's about 6 a.m. So thank you for the sacrifice for joining us right
No
now.
problem.
Okay, so we have Zach Mbasu is the PhET ambassador. He should be here, but he is on another meeting, okay, doing another training. But in a consequent meeting, you're going to meet. That's for the workshop. That's next Saturday. You will definitely meet with Zach. Okay, so he's a PhET ambassador lead in Africa and is based in Kenya, Nairobi. Now we have Shola Olateji is also on the meeting with Zach, okay, and he's the PhET STEM specialist here in Nigeria. I work closely with him. Okay, as you've heard, I am Blessing Chukwuka. I'm a PhET fellow in Nigeria, also the founder of DTW Tutorials. I will let you know more about it. Okay, we have PhET fellows. We have last mindset. So if you're on the group, definitely, I think there will be another fellowship next year, right, Rebecca?
I certainly hope so, but it all depends upon the availability of international funding. So yeah,
Okay.
we would love to.
Okay, no problem. So if, as far as you're in my network, I will try to also notify everyone of this opportunity to be a PhET fellow. Okay, it's an exciting journey. All right, so next year, hopefully there will be call for applications and you can join. For my set, we were 15. We have 3 people in Nigeria here, Rita, and Prof. There's a Prof also in the University of Bini. Okay, and we have several other people spread across Africa, in Malawi, in Zambia, in Kenya, in Ghana, which other country? In Zambia. Okay, so you can see the effort PhET has been driving towards to make an impact in Africa. Okay. All right, so brief intro of DTW. So DTW Foundation, we are creators of DTW tutorials. So I run a foundation, okay, and under this foundation, we have DTW Tutorials, which is an educational channel on YouTube. I have been teaching kids maths, physics, chemistry online, okay, helping them with their exam, exam preps and all that. There's over 2 million views reached in Africa here, especially in Nigeria. So I support students with WAEC, JAM and all that. Free video maths tutorials. You can check that out after the workshop. Okay, so my aim is just to encourage STEM, encourage students to learn physics, to learn mathematics. And I saw that teaching them online isn't enough. When you try to impact the teacher, it goes a long way. Impact a teacher, you've impacted thousands of students. So that's why the drive also, DTW Foundation, we are also engaging, putting under our scope, teacher development is also critical. Apart from connecting to students, teacher development is a professional teacher development is also critical in our educational sector. So that's all about DTW tutorials. So our objectives, by the end of this session, you will be able to understand STEM and its relevance, appreciate the importance of EdTech in the classroom for 21st century education, locate and interact with PhET simulations, and EdTech, implement a PhET simulation with your students and find help and support for using PhET simulation. That's on this first session. By the next session, you'll be able to, carry out your plans in class, writing your own lessons, lesson notes and all that. So here, I will quickly go through what is STEM. So we know that STEM is what? Science, technology, engineering, and maths. All right. And it's needed. I've been emphasizing its need in Africa because here we have that 17% of the world's population is in Africa and it's growing daily. In fact, I think it's estimated that in 2030, we would be more than the population of the US. That's over 350 million. I'm even comparing Nigeria, just Nigeria alone, not even other parts of Africa. So if we add other parts of Africa, so you can imagine our population. And it will be so sad that we will still be depending on technology from other countries. it will be so sad. We need to develop our own. And to do that, we need to encourage STEM. And we need to teach it better, make it attractive for students to engage. So Africa is behind other regions of the world in STEM knowledge. And STEM education is a driver for economic performance. I tell you, I met, in the conference I attended recently, I met a German. And do you know that you're in secondary school, not university. And let's say he just gave me an instance. And you come home, as a student, you come home and your toilet is bad. Maybe a plumbing issue is bad. Your mom or dad will send you to fix it. If you don't fix it, they'll like, what are you going to school for? Are you getting me? So the education system is so technical and hands-on. And you can see Germany, the best technology in the electrical sector is from Germany. Schneider, Siemens, ABB, mention them, it's from Germany. If you want to get hands-on technical experience, it's from Germany, it's from Europe. Are you with me? So STEM education drives economic performance. Like for instance, if we were a lot of hands-on people in Nigeria or in Africa, I don't think the unemployment rate will be this high. A lot of youth will be able to do several things, create several things themselves. And this drives economic performance. So STEM education is key. I'm just emphasizing the need for STEM education. It fosters growth of economies in the world. So it's very, very important and needed. Now, why do we need to teach and learn with technology? Now we have this picture here. Now I'm going to show you another picture. What is the difference in these two pictures? Can I see in the chat box? I might not be able to, we are a lot, I might not be able to open up the microphone. Can I see on the chat box, what are the two differences between these two pictures? As a teacher, I won't start suggesting anything. Yes, we're recording. Glad. Yes, it's recorded, and you would see it will be uploaded on the WhatsApp group. Okay, I can see someone iPhone. I don't have your. Say the second picture is animated. Abida says first one is traditional teaching. Abisola says that digital and analog. Good. It says one is in 2D while the other is in 3D. One is virtual and the other is just an illustration on the board. We can't see the picture. You check your internet. It says the second one is active learning class. Abida. Good. Active learning class. This says the first is abstract. The second is concrete. Okay. Bauer says that's Williams. Bauer says hands-on for students. Oluwakemi says one is experiential, hands-on, and the other traditional. Aaron says others have practical like experience. Bianca says picture A is passive learner, picture B, active learner with digital materials. Abiodun says virtual reality in the second picture. The first is conventional. Good, nice response in the chat there. Okay, so we can see this, that on this picture, this is the old way of teaching, where it's mostly rote, okay? Trying to repeat and repeat and repeat, and you on the board, your students should not say anything. They should keep quiet and just listen and look on the board, okay? There's no interaction, there's no engagement, there's no active learning. But the second picture here, active learning. Students are engaging with the materials. Yes, we don't leave, technology can't just be left for kids to tread on their own. There's always a teacher to provide support and scaffold, okay? And teachers are there to make the learning more experiential. So yes, this is more of active learning, all right? So this is why we need to learn with technology, because learning with this type of style, it reinforces the memory of whatever is taught on the kids' memory. So it's critical that we learn with and teach with what? Technology. All right. So here, just a brief introduction of PhET interactive simulation and what it's all about. Okay. So PhET was founded in what? 2002. Okay, and it was founded by Carl Wayman. This is him here. Okay, so he won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2001. Okay, and he dropped all those money. In fact, when we had an opportunity to meet him on one of our Zoom call, Carl Wayman, and I asked him, sir, please, why did you give all that money? Because I know in Africa, it is very hard. I said, please, explain to me, why did you drop all those money for this particular work, just to support education, and not just for America, for the whole world? And he said, that's from childhood, that's what his dream is. And one funny thing is like, what will I do with all this money? I say, I know that my Nigerian people, please, if you were given like $1 million, $1 million, what will you do with it? Can someone put on the chat box? Can you type, if you were given $1 million now, prize award, what will you do with it? Let me see your response. Investment, you see? Investment, Hope says investment. My family don't blow with that though. So I said, buy houses. Average Nigerian will use it to oppress their neighbor, build fence around my village. Oh, great. Say fly to Japan and have a holiday. I see. He said, this one says set for life. Oh, someone says free school. Another one say I will build my school. Great. One says agriculture. Innocent says agriculture. Blessing says build technology. I will better myself. Clementina, invest in educational institute. I will build a 21st century school. Nice. Latif, buy houses and form a foundation. Invest in laboratory services. Engage in research. Thank you for all your responses. Okay. So he put, going back to Carl Wayman, such humble personality. So he dropped all these things and founded PhET. And PhET stands for Physics Education Technology. Since he's a physics professor, he first started with physics. Then he saw the growing needs. Now I'm going to show you, don't worry, we're going to go through some simulation. He saw the needs to make physics attractive to students. You know, if you're a science teacher, we are all science teachers, you know, one subject that students run apart from maths is physics. Am I lying? If you agree with me, let me see thumbs up. Physics teacher, let me see your thumbs up. One subject students run away. Okay. I see Rebecca has already, because Rebecca was a physics teacher for about 14, 15 years. Am I right, Rebecca? So one subject students run away from is physics. Even me, I ran away from physics. I remember. But thank God there was a switch. I now had a different physics teacher. Oh, he made me love physics. He broke. In fact, I think that physics teacher was what made me love engineering and venture into engineering. He broke down physics that I could understand. So that is why you are here, to help students better more, even with digital resources, to break down physics simpler. So he started with physics. I see everyone says thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes, I know that. Okay, good. So he put in all this to make physics teaching better and attractive for students. And with saying this, other math teachers, chemistry teachers, professors say, this is lovely. Can it be brought into chemistry, maths and biology? And why not? So, PhET is an NGO, is free for use. Okay, so, to do this money won't be enough. So they are partners. Okay, they are donors. That's what Rebecca was saying. If there will be another PhET fellowship, there will be a donor to sponsor that fellowship. So they are supported by donors like Microsoft, big names, that want to support education in the world. All right, so thumbs up to Carl Wayman for this initiative. So going to our next slide. So here, PhET, interactive simulation, one of the goals is to make STEM learning more engaging. Okay, more engaging, interactive. You are going to see that it's quite game-like. Okay, it's to make STEM learning more relevant, connected to everyday life. It's to make it more accessible, very understandable, simple to use, effective. Okay, in using to understand STEM practices and basic concepts in science, in physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. Okay, it helps in developing the understanding of students in their particular subjects and topics. And it's so personalized that students can use it themselves using your support system, which is why you are here, to be trained on how to support students to use PhET better to achieve your learning objectives and goals. Okay, so it is personalized, which it encourages what student agency. All right, so that is the goal for PhET simulation. So PhET simulation, interactive simulation, makes STEM learning more like you are doing STEM. Okay, so here, Rebecca, this was Shola's part. Do you want to take this? Oh, no. Let me, can I take this? You can
Go
speak.
ahead.
You can speak, Rebecca.
I think I need to reconnect. So you take this. I'll be back in just like 2 minutes, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Let me exit my slide. All right, so I will quickly go to the website. So I'm going to go through, navigate the PhET app. So are we all with me? If you are still with me, please let me see you. Thumbs up, please. Thumbs up. Okay, good. I see it. Let me see. I want to see. Okay, let me quickly stop sharing and reshare. So the PhET, so we go to PhET. Okay, I'm going to take you through the PhET website, phet.colorado.edu. Okay, don't worry, as far as you're on the WhatsApp group, we are going to be, interacting a lot. Okay. Just want to check. All right, so this is the website, phet.colorado.edu. Now, immediately after by the end of the meeting, I would want you to register. Okay, you have to register. Like I am registered on. So you come here, you click here, and if you don't have an account, you register here. Okay, I'm going to show you why it's important to register. So let me just sign in because I'm already registered. It's free. Okay, maybe later. So here are the simulations. So navigate the simulations. You come here to here, all sims. You're raising, please, can you drop your message on the chat box? Aaron, and Samson, and Fikilini, please drop a message. Okay, I would reply you. All right, so here you are on the simulation. So we have all sims here. Okay, so here you can select, you can easily filter. These are all sims. Okay, to filter, you come here. If it's just physics you want, you can see all simulations for physics are here. To go into it, you can see this is for AC lab. This is for this is physics, energy scale part, vector addition. You can see here diffusion. Wait, where am I? Okay, yeah. Okay, circuit. So let's say I want to go to just physics, electric circuit. You can see here, I'm here. You go here into this, you click whichever sim you want. Okay, you're looking for. When you go in, click on it, it takes you to the simulation. Let me quickly, okay, please send, okay, someone has sent it. Thank you, Omotayo, phet.colorado.edu. Okay, thank you. Okay. Want to know if, all right, thank you, Omotayo. Okay, so that's the website. All right, so here you go. Just before you go to the website itself, just let me put you through, navigate, let me take you through a tour, things that you can get, okay, where you can get them. So let's say, for instance, this is a circuit kit. You click here, I can just open it on a new tab. While it is loading, let me go through here. So this is a simulation on circuit construction kit, direct current. So it shows which topics you can teach with this sim. Okay, so there are a lot of scaffolding we have done for teachers here. It shows that you can teach series circuit, parallel circuit, Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law. It shows you some sample learning goals to help you, all right, to help you navigate. You know, you might have a goal that you want for your lesson, your objective for your lesson. So this, going through this, people have achieved all these learning goals with this simulation. Now look at the simulation here. So we go, we click here. All right. From here, you can see that it's interactive. Look, we are quickly going to draw a circuit. This is a wire, and we're going to light a bulb quickly. Let me put this here, this here. Let me put my bulb here. Connect this here. Connect this here. No, it depends. You know, you can make it fancy, but let me also make this fancy. Can you see how interactive this is? If you want to teach a simple concept, yes, it applies to primary school. I'm going to show you some things on primary, okay? Just relax. Everything is for everyone. I'm going to show you some sims on primary, okay? Can you see that? If you can see the light bulb come on, please give a thumbs up. Can you see the light bulb come on now? Let me see. Give a thumbs up. Let me see your thumbs up. Can you see the light bulb? Can we all see? Isn't this great to use in our classroom? For physics teachers, you can explain a lot of concepts. A lot of concept can be explained using this in electricity. Okay, so while you're on this training is to learn how to develop your objectives and try to teach your students. Okay, so this is just one. This is just on physics, on electricity. Okay, if you increase from here, I think from here we can come here, we can increase the voltage. You can see as we're increasing the voltage, it's becoming brighter. And at some point, if we is 120, can you see that? You can increase the voltage. Okay. This says, ma'am, please, I can't hear you. If can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? So I don't just talk. If you can hear me, give a thumbs up. So I just one person, I just need it. Okay, you can hear me. So ma'am, please try to fix your microphone. You can see here, you can use your voltmeter in case you have a laboratory, all right, that you don't have enough equipment. This is an ammeter. How, you know, look at it. It's measuring everything. It's measuring the current. It's measuring the voltage. Yes, they are for chemistry. You're going to see things. Just be patient with me. Okay. So this is what the simulation offers, and it will help you. You know, most students, they don't understand the concept of parallel circuit, series circuit. You can draw that on this simulation. You can draw that on this simulation. You can draw a parallel circuit. You can draw a series circuit on this same simulation. Let's say I want to quickly do that. See this. This is a parallel circuit. Okay. Let's say I put my battery here. I'm going to quickly do this so you see the possibilities of this simulation, what it can offer. Okay. showing you the possibilities of this simulation and what it can offer. Do you see that? I have just what? Okay, I've just what? Done a parallel circuit here. Okay? So when you come to the app, now to support you further, there are teaching resources that you can use. Okay? If you are not signed in, if you are not registered and signed in, this particular part will be locked. You need to sign in to get access to this part, which you can download. Everything on this site is absolutely free. Absolutely free. So this gives you everything. It explains everything about the simulation. Everything here is explained about the simulation, what happens when you move this. So you as a teacher can read through this before you get into classroom. Okay, here you have activities. These are activities that have done, activity sheets that schools from several places in the world. Okay, this is a high school. This is someone from, I don't know where this person is from Trisha, I think she should be from the US, some from, you can see teachers here. When you click, they will show you the name of their school, where they use this to teach. When you come here, you click on it. It takes you to everything, which you can download. Are you with me? Download and also reuse. Okay, so there are several things that you can use that would help you here. Okay, on the site. Now, translation. This sim is translated to over 100 languages, and it is translated in Yoruba, Hausa. It is translated, let me show you. Hold on, look at it. It's translated in Yoruba. Where's Hausa? H. Look at Hausa. So you can, any language, if you are in the north, your students don't understand English, you can go to Hausa, even Igbo. Where is Igbo? Look at Igbo. It's translated in Igbo. Okay, and very soon other several other languages will be translated. Are you with me? So please, so these are some things. So it is translated. All right. Now, so here you will see much about the PhET global team. Everyone working on it. Okay. I'm going to put you through this. So there are some teaching tips for using PhET. You know, there are some activities. You can share your activities. Don't worry, during the course of the workshop, we are all going to go about this. But for now, to navigate this, when you require any simulation, you come here, click on all sims. Okay, it takes you here. All right, then you filter. Is it chemistry? You can see chemistry, density, build a molecule. Kids are confused about the nucleus of an atom, diffusion, gases introduction, gas properties, state of matter, the basics. Let us go to the state of matter. Let's just play around with this. Okay, so let me open it in another tab. So you can see state of matter, the same thing. When we click on the simulation, it shows us the topics. You can use this simulation to teach. You can atoms, molecules, states of matter, the sample learning goals. Okay, and I forgot to mention, you can download this sim on your devices. If you want to use this sim to teach, you can download it on your device. You can use your mobile phone also to download on your mobile phone and use offline. It works absolutely offline. Once you download on your mobile phone and you don't have internet access, it would work. As far as you have connected to the internet, downloaded it, and you can use it anytime offline. So you can download it here. Are you with me? So let's quickly go into the state of matter, the basics. Look at here. You can see this. When I start increasing the heat, what does the particles do? Can we see what's happening to the particles? I hold it for long. I increase the heat. Can we see? The bonds are breaking, right? for physics as chemistry teachers, and we can see the temperature reading in Kelvin here. When I drop it also, state of matter starts, changing. So you can use it to explain the state of matter, solid, liquid, and gases. So these are just few simulations. You can see here from, let me go to all simulation. Should I go here? Hold on. All simulation, they're about, I want to show you 106 simulation. So all you need to do is go here and select whichever. Also on mathematics, let me show one on maths. Let me show my maths people, please. And also the elementary people. Look at this beautiful. So one thing PhET also notice is that elementary maths is also important. Elementary maths is also what? Important. Because that's the beginning of science. When students start hating maths from primary, from nursery school, it discourages them from even going into a science class. Because anything in science, your physics, chemistry, there's mathematics. So it discourages them. So that's why you can see here, we have elementary maths. We have the one on fraction, build a fraction. Where is this beautiful one here? I think it's up here. Hold on. There's this beautiful one I use with my kids. Where is it? Aha, number play. Okay, my 3-year-old, I use this with her. Look at number play to help her with her maths. Okay, while it's still loading. Okay, you can see this number play. The kid starts, you come here, it shows 1, you get, he's learning the words, he's learning how to count. 1, you have 1 puppy. 2, you have 2 puppies. If you want to change, you can make it apple. If you want to, you need to use things that kids love. You can use butterfly for girls if you wanted to, attract them. 2, 3, you see them, they count the cards. So this helps for number play. And here you have a game that they can play. It says this, count. I want to trace the number. 2, correct. Interactive. And you can do all this without the internet. Are you with me? So this is how, okay, this is an example for your nursery. And there are other simulations there which we will show you in the course of the workshop. Okay? So as we are done with, let me see, is there any other thing I'm missing here? Closed all my PhET. Let me see if there's any other thing I need to state on the website, things that you can get. Okay, so this is it basically. Biology, please. Okay, for biology, we just have few simulations, but we're still working on it. Look at natural selection. I will definitely show you a biology one. Okay, this is natural selection in biology. Now we come here, we play it. It's called PhET, phet.colorado.com at PhET. PhET. I see someone, please, can we get the video? Yes, of course. I know it's raining everywhere. It's even raining here, so the network is quite bad. All right, so, but look at this. Add a mate. Can we see? Just watch what is happening. The natural selection is, you can see they start increasing. Just hold on. The natural selection is all about how to control population in an ecosystem. Okay, you see, you haven't done anything. There's no environmental, environmental factors like wolves that will reduce the population or limited food. So you can imagine if everyone in the world is all fed and nobody dies, let us see what will happen. Or bunnies, let us see what will happen. Okay, just watch. You see what's going to happen now. to see how beautiful and interactive this simulation is. So you haven't added any environmental factor. Can you see that it says bunnies have taken over the world? So it shows you the importance of, sometimes my son watches this National Geographic Wild, and he said, why is the lion eating this antelope? That's what he was asking me. Why is he eating the antelope? I said it's a system. Parents, help me. There's some explanation that is like jam question. So I had to say there's a balance in the system. Okay. And this is the balance. Okay. This is the balance. All right. If you don't add fact, if wolves don't come to reduce the population, if there's no limited food, bunnies will take over the world. So there has to be a balance in the food web, the ecosystem. Okay, see, you can see how this simulation has helped to what? Explain this. So you can easily use this to teach students why you have predators, why you have prey, that everyone works with what? Works to make the community, the whole world better. Everything works to make everything better. So when one particular resource is depletion, it is affecting the chain. Okay, so these are some simulations on the PhET website. Okay, so enough for the tour. Let me quickly stop sharing. Okay. Rebecca, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, do you want me to share your slides?
Yeah, if you would, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
I see quite a few people who have a hand up. If you have questions, type them in the chat. We'll be sure we address them at some point, but it's most efficient if you type them in the chat so that we can get through the other items we need to get through as well. And we may answer your question along the way.
Yeah, Rebecca.
Thank you. All right, wonderful. So Blessing has shared with you a whole bunch of different things you can do on the PhET website. And I just want to reinforce some of these different benefits of using simulations. And the first thing I will say is that hands-on activities with physical materials are also very valuable, but there's something special about using virtual simulations. And one of those, like Blessing mentioned, there's so much you can do in terms of interactive visualization. And for example, if you don't have materials, but also even if you have materials, let's say you're dealing with chemistry, you don't want students just to be playing around with chemicals and then just randomly mixing things, but you can do that on a computer. You can do that in a virtual environment to a certain extent, and you don't have the same level of risk, and you can see what's actually going on. So, and of course, when you're looking at things like molecules or electrons, you can't see those in the real world. So really, that's where that interactive visualization or the visualization part comes in. We know because these simulations are simple, that students actually tend to learn more about the fundamental principles, the fundamental concepts when you're using a simulation as opposed to doing some things in the real world. Again, both of these things I think are important, but when you're trying to teach students about electrons and electricity, sometimes, for example, with hands-on materials, you have a bad connection or you have a broken wire. Again, that's valuable for students to learn about, but it can sometimes get in the way of understanding the idealized situation. When students experiment, they also get self-assessment so they can see whether something works or doesn't work very, very quickly. And they can do a lot of learning on their own. And then it, of course, reinforces concepts through multiple representations. So, there are certain simulations that you can look at that may have a graph, but they also may have a diagram. They may also have a pie chart. And so it helps students to learn in different ways. If people could stop annotating, that would be helpful because unfortunately the rest of us see all of those annotations.
Okay, that is Ogochukwu. Please, can you stop writing on the screen? Wait, let me.
Sorry, I know sometimes people think that it's only they can see it.
Yeah, we can see it, please. Can you stop?
Yeah.
Ogochukwu, if you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
But Yeah, there's a way, Blessing, on your end that you can clear and also disable people from doing that, but I don't know how to describe that to you right now.
Okay, no problem. Let's just continue.
Yeah. And I see there's a different question. There's a question in the chat about, can I get access to PhET software to develop resource materials on a different subject or course? So PhET Simulations, unfortunately, we don't provide like a sandbox for people to create their own simulations. These simulations are fairly complex behind the scene. They take us about 6 to 9 months to create with people who are full-time software engineering professionals, along with our education researchers. So unfortunately, what we have available is what you have available, and it is open source. But the lead time to learn this is quite complex, so it's quite a bit. And then finally here, the point that I wanted to mention here is just that it gives students agency. So students start to ask their own questions. They start to feel like they're in charge of a little bit more of their own learning, and they don't have to rely exclusively on a teacher or on a textbook. So you can go to the next slide, please.
Okay.
And I mentioned, and I saw sometimes people maybe get a little concerned about this, but when we say that virtual simulations are sometimes and in some ways better than hands-on materials, we actually have lots and lots of evidence to back this up for specific simulations. One of those is electricity. Students learn way more about electricity and electrical, like current flow, using simulations. They learn different things. Let me see here. I've got a microphone noise. We'll try to close up here. There we go. Thank you. So we have evidence based upon pre and post tests. So we test students' knowledge before an activity. We had some students use the PhET simulations, and we had other students do hands-on equipment. And the students who use the simulations tend to perform substantially better. And this is true for not just the simulation, but many others. There have been almost 10,000 studies done around the world. So we're not just talking about privileged students. We're talking about, students in all places with and without equipment, and with teachers of different ability levels or different knowledge levels, I would say. So the simulations are very helpful. Next slide, please. And here's just another example. So this one here is a simulation all about waves on a string. And so, like, for example, it's very hard to slow down a wave that's on a string, right? It's hard to show that to students. But here with the simulation, you can have them pause it, you can have them measure things. And again, we see substantially improved performance with the use of the simulation, as opposed to a traditional, traditional teaching. Next slide, please. And then the last thing I wanted to mention about evidence of increased engagement, it's not just about student learning from the standpoint of conceptual understanding. We also find that students talk a lot more when you give them a simulation versus if you're, again, in a more traditional environment where, let's say, it's only the teacher talking, or the teacher who's in the front of the classroom, or the students are working on the textbook or working with worksheets. When you give students a simulation, they tend to talk about the things that you want them to talk about. They tend to be very engaging because it's kind of like playing a game, but the students also get a lot of space to ask their own questions and do exploration. And so there was this one particular study where we gave students a simulation and we said, you have 10 minutes, just play. And in those 10 minutes, 80% of the students explored 80% of all the different things they could explore in that simulation. And the vast majority of the time, the students were talking about the stuff that they were supposed to talk about. They were not distracted, because a lot of times we think, oh, if we give students a game, they're going to be distracted. They're going to be off topic. They're not going to be doing what we expect them to do. And we found that students actually do. Students talk about it, and they often talk about more and more in-depth concepts than the teacher would expect. So we encourage people to do open play because, again, the simulations have been designed to be interesting and to get students to be curious. Next slide, please. And I've already mentioned this before. So, when you introduce a simulation, it helps teachers to feel like they can let go a little bit, let students explore, but it's still focused exploration. And it helps the students to realize that science is not generated by just an authority telling them what is right and what, what is true and what is not true about the natural or the mathematical world. We find that students realize together that they can come up with consensus about what is, what is more close to truth or more close to reality. And that authority ultimately relies on the consensus of the students and in Mother Nature and in the nature of the mathematical world, and that it's not just based on the teacher's authority exclusively. And the thing that I really like about PhET simulations is, while I sometimes call them virtual laboratories, you don't just need to use them for virtual laboratories, like to replace a lab you might do. That's not what we're advocating for. We think that PhET simulations, or we know PhET simulations could be used, for example, as an assignment before the students start on a unit, or maybe even when they're at home. A teacher could say, tonight, I'd like you to explore on your phones this simulation. Come tomorrow and tell me what you learned. And that becomes a very nice introduction. Of course, you can use simulations while you're presenting. You can have students do simulations like when you're doing, in the place of a lab or to complement a lab. And of course, in the case, hopefully we don't ever have distance learning again because of a pandemic. But if you have students who are away for an extended period of time, perhaps can't get to school all the time, maybe they're out sick, there's lots of opportunities for using the simulations to support, well, of course, what they missed. Next, please. And like you saw, I emphasized this before, there's all different kinds of representations. So this is a mathematics simulation that takes a look at values and basically balancing terms, understanding what's greater, what's less. And simulations generally have multiple options for representation. So sometimes we use objects, sometimes we use symbols, sometimes we use equations. And like I mentioned, in science, we often use things like graphs. So all of these things help students because perhaps one of these multiple things will help a student to understand, but that might be different from what another student has come to understand. So being able to coordinate representations is an incredibly powerful learning tool. And it's not just about content, it's not just about conceptual understanding, because students can do things like run many different tests or try different things very quickly, very fast. One group of students might work on something different from another group of students. It really makes the learning process much more easy and more efficient. And so not only do they learn the content about the math or the science topic, but they also learn about processes, like how do I explore, how do I do an experiment, how do I control for certain variables. It helps them to practice making predictions, helps them to learn to collect evidence and to collect data to get evidence and then to reason a conclusion. In physics, for example, I would have my students collect data, create graphs outside of the simulation. So collect data from the simulation, make a graph, and then they would get a mathematical relationship from that data. That's a very powerful thing. And we often do that in laboratories as well. But of course, sometimes we don't have that material available to us. So between soft skills, hard skills, and then also students' enjoyment, we find all of these things increase when a PhET simulation is used effectively. You can move on to the next one, please, Blessing. And I just hope that, don't just go looking for simulations that are the labs that you do. Like there's so many other ways to integrate. And so this is just an example in physics of how you might use multiple simulations like across the curriculum to teach different ideas. And it's sometimes like with the circuit simulation that Blessing presented, you could even use that in elementary. Just how do I light a light bulb? How do I make a circuit? And then you can come back to it again and again later in the year, or even in the next few years as students learn about things like series and parallel circuits, or eventually they learn about things like, inductance. Just there's a whole bunch of different kinds of more and more complex ideas that you can get out of one simulation. You don't just use it. You don't have to just use it once and be done with it. You can use it again and again. Next slide, please. And I think the thing that we also try to emphasize is, as much as PhET simulations are like games, that does not mean we're trying to replace the teacher. In fact, simulations are not designed to be like just handed off to students and say, go do some science or go do some math. We believe that everything that is done with a simulation, it has to do with the simulation, but then also has to do with how the teacher designs that activity. So many teachers will prepare a set of questions to ask the students as they show a simulation, like prediction questions, or they might, other discussion questions. But they also might create something like a student worksheet, which has structured questions and asks students to answer each step of the way. And then, of course, the way that the teacher facilitates those conversations is also important. So, as a teacher, are you just verifying student responses, or are you asking, them to justify their reasoning? Are you asking other students to give examples from the simulation about how what they're saying is accurate or not? And so it all comes down to, how is the teacher taking advantage of the simulation to make this truly a learning opportunity? So yeah, teachers are extremely important to this process. Go ahead, Blessing.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you. Thank you
there.
so much. Thank you. Can I see the emojis? Can we clap, please? Let's give our claps for Rebecca Vera. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You did a great job. Can we see our hearts, our claps? Let's see them. Let me see them. Good, 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 good. So you can see that she has given us the benefits, and this benefit are not just based on talk. There were research done on students themselves. One set using the simulation, another set using physical laboratory equipment. And from the research, it was found out that students who use these sims, PhET simulations, perform better. Okay, that's when they use the PhET simulation first. Okay, then they were now given the physical equipment. They could even connect the circuits, connect all those things without help from their teachers, because they had interacted with PhET simulations. But students who were just given physical materials, as you know, in our labs, they were just given this in their labs, your wires and all that, they were having difficulties. Even reading books, reading materials, they were still having difficulties. So you can see where PhET is quite important. So PhET hasn't come to replace our laboratories, no, but it has come to supplement our laboratory work so students can better understand, and it sticks more. Okay, when you wake a student up, wake a student up and ask why this is this, why is a parallel circuit this, why do you do this he would be able to quickly explain to you, because he has interacted with the sim and he has also had hands-on physical interaction with those components. Okay, so that's why it's quite important. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for your presentation. Okay, thank you everyone for clapping and all that. Thank you for, you guys are wonderful, wonderful educators. Thank you so much. So I would quickly go through the PhET pedagogy, okay? Just quickly go through because of time, because we still have a breakout session. Rebecca?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Rebecca, can you quickly help me set the breakout rooms? Let me just show you
Can you give me a co-host access again, please? I'm sorry, I lost it. I had to reconnect.
Okay, I will do that now.
Thank you.
I've done that now. You're a co-host now. Okay.
Perfect.
So now, so there are 3 classes. There's chemistry and biology. Richard, we have Richard. Richard is in the house. He's a PhET fellow, my colleague, my wonderful brother from Ghana. Okay, a PhET fellow doing wonderful things in chemistry and also in the education ministry in Ghana. So Richard is here. Thank you, Richard, for being here. Okay, your sacrifice, in fact.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
Blessing.
yes,
thank you,
yes,
Rebecca, and good morning to everybody.
Thank you, Richard. So Richard will be handling chemistry, biology. I'll be handling maths, and Rebecca, you would handle physics. You're the guru, the doctor of physics.
Would we like just 3 rooms then?
Yeah, just 3 rooms.
Okay, give me one moment. So I'm going to, everybody can choose the room that they want to go into, and you'll see that it's been named chemistry and biology, mathematics and elementary, and also physics. Please give me just a moment to title those.
But not now. When I'm done with my slides.
Okay, yes, I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Okay, thank you. Okay, So the breakout rooms are to, enter your subject area and, deal with experts on that. Okay, but let me quickly take you through the PhET pedagogy in the next like 20 minutes. Okay, so we have here the PhET pedagogy. All right. So teaching with PhET Sims. Now it creates a balance. All right. I'm going to close my camera because the internet, because of the rain. I'm going to stop my video. It's raining here heavily in Lagos. So, but I hope everyone can hear me. Rebecca, can you hear me?
Yes, you cut out for just a moment, but we can hear you clearly now.
Okay. So teaching with PhET Sims has come to revolutionize the education system in STEM. All right. So here we can see here from the get-go, teaching has always been more teacher control. Lectures, lectures, lectures. Students in class. Okay. That is what teaching has been about. Now, PhET has come to put a balance here. So you have more student control, but still there's a balance. There's also a teacher control. So there's a string here which balances it out, where PhET comes. So there are some pedagogies that we use with implementing PhET in our classrooms. Now, some of these pedagogies which you are going to be doing in your assignment, the first assignment this week, you're going to be looking at whole class inquiries, interactive lecture demonstrations, and concept questions. I'm going to quickly go through this. All right. So before I go through this, I want you to quickly go, Richard or Rebecca, can you help me with the link?
Yes, give me a moment. I'll
okay,
put it
please
in there.
Quickly go through. Rebecca is going to drop the link to this simulation, all right, in the chat box. I want you for 2 minutes to play with this simulation. You're going to see the simulation like this. Let me, I think I have the link. Let me.
Right, I have it. It's in now. It's in the
Okay,
chat.
it's in. Okay, so let's quickly, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I'm going to time everyone. Let's just click there. It's going to take you directly to the simulation. Let me also go there so you also see. Okay. So it will take you here. That's for those who didn't join when I was giving the PhET tour. So all you need to do is click here, click on the play button. Okay, and you come to, should we do systems? Let me see, no. Come to systems, click on systems. Instead of intro, go to systems. Okay, the first sim has particular scaffolds in each simulation. So there's a beginner, then from beginner, it goes to another level. So what we are focused on here, come to systems and please play around with this sim. You know, because I know that we are teachers and some of us would need support. I know if this was, we had children, kids here, I would tell them play around with this, okay? They would easily go around and navigate. So, but please teachers, I'm encouraging open exploration. I'm not going to do anything here, play. I'm not going to show you anything. You yourself play around with it and let's discover, let me see what you discover. If you have opened the simulation, let me see a thumbs up in the chat box. Let's see. Opened, good. Okay. So play, let us play around. Let's see, what do you discover? What do you wonder about the simulation? Good. I see a lot of people, good. So please play around it. So I just want, if we're ready now, I want just two people that would unmute themselves and speak on what they discover. Two. Can you raise your hand up if you want to speak? Okay, Mr. Adebowale, you want to speak?
Yes, ma.
Okay, please speak.
Well done, man. Foremost, we
Thank you.
appreciate your effort. This is wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
I'm also in educational technology, so I really appreciate the depth of what you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
Now, my observation, I interacted with the simulation, and I was able to adjust the key there. That's the lever that can slip forward, left side or right side.
Yes.
And it will, as I'm playing or adjusting that, it is reflecting on the speed of the pedaling of the gear.
Okay.
The gear.
And what's happening? We've lost Mr. Debowale.
Okay, can I talk?
Okay, you can speak.
Lower to the higher level and increasing.
Hold on. Mr. Debowale, please continue.
The speed was increasing, and I also noticed that the smaller wheel is driving the bigger wheel.
Yes.
Then that energy, maybe because I'm a science student, the energy being generated is also maybe being used to heat the water in the big jar.
Great.
And it gets to a stage temperature. There's a thermometer by the side that is indicating what is happening constantly on the water, as in the temperature is being increased, because the temperature is being generated and passed to the water. And when the water temperature is increased to a certain level, it will get to a boiling level, and it started boiling, and we started seeing steam rather.
Okay. Okay, great. Great observation. Thank you, Mr. Adobowale.
May I discuss something about this thing?
Okay, Mr. Ndubisi, can you speak now?
Hello? May I?
Hello.
Can Mr. Ndubisi speak? Mr. Ndubisi first. Mr. Ndubisi, you can speak if you are there.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Thank you.
May I speak?
Please, can you
I want to speak.
Can you hold on, please? Okay, we can hear you.
Okay, I can speak. May I speak?
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, so I want to just discuss about this, like about this diagram and the picture, that the energy which is in a mechanical form, and that is going to be converted by the generator into the heat form. So this is basically a conversion of the energy from one state to another state.
Okay, great, great. And everyone, you can also put on the chat box what you discover. And as a STEM teacher, what can you teach with this simulation? Let me see it in the chat box, okay? While I go, let us see it in the chat box. What can we see as teach with this simulation? Mr. Ndubisi, are you there? I think we lost you. Okay.
No, okay. Yes. Due to this,
due
to signal problem, so I didn't hear you clearly. So if you want to ask me something, any question is from your side, so kindly repeat it again. So may I clear? I reply clearly.
I wasn't referring to you, Mr. Ali. Okay.
But yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. So, Mr. Ndubisi, do you want to speak? Just 1 minute.
Well, it's fine. Good afternoon once again.
Afternoon.
Thank you for what you are doing, and I'm really learning a lot, because basically I'm a biology teacher. I'm learning a lot from what is happening now. So, like the first speaker said, when I try to play with the simulation, the speed at which the rider moves, the wheel moves, I found out that the temperature in the beaker, so to say, as well as the temperature in the thermometer, tends to increase, and at a point, the water started boiling. So this is going to be very okay, probably teaching JSS1, JSS2 students about energy conversions, whereby energy is being converted, and equally law of thermodynamics, you understand? So yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. You can mute the microphone. Thank you, Mr. NWC. You can see here, you can also change this. Okay, you turn it now to solar. Can you see this? You can teach solar here, solar energy here. You increase, the amount of sunlight, and you watch what happens. Okay, this is clouds. Okay, let me remove the clouds. Okay.
Okay.
And you see the water is boiling. If I try to block clouds to block the sun, the temperature of the water will drop also. And Rebecca, please, can you help me mute people?
Yes, absolutely.
Please. Thank you. Okay.
Um,
So this is an example of, we can use this to teach the law of conservation of energy. How energy is being converted from one form to another, from mechanical to heat, from solar to heat. Several things we can do with this simulation. Okay, so you can see this is cuts across, even for the nursery students, when you're teaching them on science, this also helps them. Okay, for GSS, for senior ones, it also helps them. Okay, so this sim, so thank you for playing around with this sim. Okay, now quickly now to go to our explanation of one of the pedagogies here. So we can see here, one of the pedagogy here will learn very well in PhET is the whole class inquiry. I have my colleague here. I think this is this Cosmos. Yeah, this is Cosmos in Kenya, and this is Kati. She is the director. Am I right? I hope I'm right. This is Dr. Kati Perkins. She's based in the US. She was here in Nigeria last month. She presented on PhET in EdVest. If you know of EdVest conference, she was here and spoke about PhET to promote PhET. You can see the work done in promoting PhET in Nigeria. And we thank our donors for helping us out with this. Okay, so because it really cost a lot, but we have good donors, MasterCard Foundation, Microsoft, Nearpod supporting dissemination of PhET into Africa. All right, so here we have whole class. So this is a picture of a whole class inquiry method. Okay, where a teacher, just a teacher with a screen or a projector. This is used in schools where you don't have devices. You know, all schools are not the same. You get my point? I've seen a teacher that have gone out of the way to go and rent a projector just because he wants a particular physics concept to enter into his students' head and mind. He went out of the way to rent a projector, put the students in a hall, and taught them using PhET simulation, using this whole class inquiry method. Okay, so this is the first active learning strategy which leverages the exploratory nature of simulation in the context of whole class discussion. So you have the teacher, he opens the sim and he starts asking questions. If you do this, he asks challenge, open question, not closed questions. You get my point. There's a difference between open and closed questions. Anyway, we're going to go through that. So these teachers can use this strategy to introduce a topic and to help students broadly understand a natural or mathematical system of physics, a physics system of any particular concept. You can use this PhET. It's very good in introducing a topic, and also very good at the end also to check the understanding of the basic concept from students after you have gone through that particular class. All right. So here, you see, during a whole class inquiry, the teacher is responsible for guiding the conversation flow between students, engaging with the whole class. Students can engage in an inquiry, even a whole class discussion, in which the instructor is the only person controlling the simulation. The whole class will be engaged in testing of cause and effect relationship. So the teacher goes to the sim, does something, asks the student, what do you think will happen? Some will say A, some will say B, some will say B. The teacher say, okay, let us see. And they see it. And the teacher asks, why do you think that happens? You can see engaging, even if some of them might be wrong, some write, and some will give you out of the box answer that even you, I've used a sim with students that these kids and this digital, in fact, this digital age is for them. It's for them. And so something I didn't even see, and a student pointed it out, and it explained the concept quite well. So this helps in active learning. This helps in even us learning from the students, okay, and developing our teaching skills. Okay, so here we have here an example of whole class inquiry, okay, where you allow students to explain what happens within the simulation and to interpret different visual outputs. Ask questions like, what does this represent? Like in the electric one, okay, you ask questions like, what does the blue dot represent? Okay, please, can we stop writing on the screen, please? Okay, what does the blue dot represent? Some will say voltage, some will say current. You as a teacher, you are to, now explain to them. Okay, it says, what happens when we change? When we change this, you ask them, what happens to the brightness of the bulb? When you reduce the voltage, when you increase the voltage, when you do this to the battery, you now ask. So in the final you will now try to bring this to your real life situation, okay? Because this simulation actually help students connect even to their real life, like in the home. So now, after you've gone through this, what do you think powers a particular light bulb? Some students really don't, they just feel it's NEPA. And they don't really understand NEPA. Where is NEPA coming from? Are you getting me and all that? So please, Clementina, please stop writing on the screen, okay? And Bibi Zihada, please stop writing on the screen, okay? So here, you can ask these questions like, what are the difference between the circuit of light bulb 1 and this? You can see they will say, oh, this is brighter, this is lower. You can ask them, why do you think this is happening? Some of them will start giving their theory. Some will say, maybe the battery voltage is low. You will now tell them that, but no, this is the same voltage in this battery, and the same voltage we have also in this battery. Are you getting me? So you can see that you have made it so engaging and interactive, and the kids will question their why and finally understand why this is happening. Not just we writing the formula of electricity, the formula of series circuits, the formula, that's before I really understood series and parallel circuit was during, I think, university days when we had our practical session of building a circuit on a board. That is when I understood it. But students can understand it right from the secondary school. What a series circuit is, what a parallel circuit is, what particular wiring system we use in our houses. Okay, after this, then you will now bring it to the household. So what particular circuit do you think we use in our houses? Students will say, oh, we use series. Students say, oh, we use parallel. Then you call the students that are for series, call the students that are for parallel. Oh yeah, give us why. You understand? So with this, I'm telling you, the kids will never forget it. Once they get the particular concepts, they would never forget it. So whole class inquiry can be very, very interactive. I was supposed to go to a scene here, but because of time, I will move further. Now, another one, okay, is the interactive lecture demonstration. Okay, in interactive lecture demonstration, here, sometimes there might be some devices, okay, that the students might have, which they can share. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 students to a device. All right, so the pedagogies are being framed in such a way of the needs, the equipment, the devices that schools have. Whole classes when you just have a projector. Interactive lecture demonstration, some devices are in your school. So when you have devices in your school, you can always try to encourage open exploration, which you are going to learn in the workshop, okay? So the kids play with the simulation, they discover some few ideas themselves, okay, before you as a teacher come to what? Help them and assist them. And it's always good you promote an engaging inquiry by asking challenge prompts rather than specific direct instruction, okay? Here we have okay. I was supposed to, okay, let me quickly go through this scene, please. Let me take you through this scene. Is it opening here? Let me go here. Okay, now look at this simulation. For our maths teachers, let me see your thumbs up. Our maths teachers, are we here? Let me see your thumbs up. Are we here, maths teachers? Let me see some engagement in the group. Oh, good, great. I see. Okay, so now this is a quadratic graph, a PhET simulation with quadratic graph. And I can show you, it's just that because of time, I can show you on the WIEC portal. Let me see if I can go there. On the WIEC portal, that quadratic graph is a problem. Go to maths. Let me show you the examiner reports. I'm going to show you like 3 examiner reports. Let's go to the current. We have 2018 here. Let's go to all these ones. Let's go to 20. I want to open 2 or 3. Let me open 2018, paper 2. That's their theory. Look at general comments, weaknesses. This is the chief examiner pointed out that candidates exhibit weaknesses in the following areas. And for teachers, physics teachers, you can go to this site, okay? WIEConline.org, go to e-learning, and you will see all this, the reports of your examiners and the correct answers, okay? So it says here that candidates exhibit weaknesses in the following area. Here, can we see this? Number 5, graphical solutions to quadratic equations and reading from graph. So quadratic equation is a major problem for students in maths. Let me go to, let us go to, this is 2018. I will show you the consistency. That's what I want to show you. 2019, paper 2. Weaknesses. Look at it, I think, where is it? It's even the first thing. Number 1, inadequate knowledge of drawing graphs and reading from it. Are you seeing that? Okay. Now, let me go to 2017. They've not uploaded the latest, and I'm sure because of COVID and all that. You know, COVID happened in 2020. Okay. This 2017, oh, look at this, number 6, reading and answering questions from graphs. So let me go back to my simulation, quadratic equation. Now you will notice as math teachers, all right? You will notice as math teachers that students, after their WIEC exam, you will start seeing, and especially maths exam, they will ask, hey, sir, and they'll be asking or ask you as a teacher, please, is the curve up or is the curve down? My friend said the curve should supposed to be up, the curve supposed to be down, that's the curve, the parabola should be up or down. Now, this simulation can explain that. You have here A. When we come here, the value of A here, the coefficient of your x square, determines the curve of your graph. With this, you can teach your students. Are you with me? Don't worry, the links will be shared on the group, okay? With this, you can teach your students that when A is negative, your curve will be an N. And when A is positive, okay? When A is positive, your curve will be a U. Are you with me? It shows you even C, the intercept. C always stays on Y, which shows you that C is the Y in whichever value C is, that is where your graph should be. Are you getting me? On your axis, on your what? Vertical, your y-axis. So you can see that how this will really help students understand quadratic equations and plotting their graphs. Are you with me? So this, in fact, PhET is a game changer. That's it. For STEM education, it's a game changer. Easily accessible, easy to understand for any student. Okay, with here, you can come here, get the points. This is where you can now teach students how to, get their, 2 centimeter, 1 centimeter, how to plot the graph. You can use this to teach your students. Okay, so here, let me go back to my slides. So some examples of challenge prompts using this particular simulation, quadratic equation. Some direct questions would be like, set C to this, what is the coordinates? No, you can rewrite your challenge prompt as, when you make the value of C -2, so your students will, yes, coefficient B will make the curve rotate. Sorry, I didn't mention that. B makes the curve rotate. Okay, so coming to our challenge, you can ask questions like, when you make the value of C -2 and then +2, what things do you notice happens to the graph? So a student can come out to where you have your laptop and change, and you ask the class, what are you noticing? So these are prompt questions that would leave for a lot of engagement in the classroom. So these are examples. Now, another particular pedagogy is interactive concept questions, where you have this, you can use this for assignments. We are going to teach this in depth, and it's also going to be in your Coursera course. You're going to learn and read this on your own in-depthly. Okay, so I want to quickly, let us go into the breakout sessions now. Rebecca, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. I will go ahead and activate those.
Okay, so we are going to join. If you're in chemistry, go to chemistry. Richard, are you with us? Richard?
Let me take a look and see if he's on the list here. He's here. He's
Okay.
muted.
Okay, Richard, it's time for the breakout session. So Richard will be in chemistry, I will be in maths and elementary. So elementary people, nursery, primary, you can join me. Okay, I will show you some elementary maths and all that. Why P for physics, Rebecca would be with you. So you just join the, you just click. When it's ready, let me know, Rebecca, so we can help you.
Yes, I'll 1 second. Just to be clear, how much time would you like us to be in the rooms?
Let's be there 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, all right. I'll close them after 15 minutes then. And okay, all right, we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Everyone should now see an invitation to their rooms. I'm going to wait here just a few moments to make sure there's no troubles, and then I'll go into the physics room. As we're waiting, Blessing, would you show me the simulation one more time that you'd like me to look at with them, or do you just want me to do?
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Do my thing. Okay. All right.
Rebecca, do you know I have
Okay. I've only got a few people in physics so far. So for all of you here, you should have an invitation on your screen, and then you should choose the room that's most relevant to you.
Rebecca, I'm having an issue. I don't know how to get into my room.
Do you see it? Okay, in your case, because you're a co-host, do you see the breakout rooms icon in the menu down at the bottom?
Okay, in the more section, yes.
Okay, click on breakout rooms, and then you should see, you'll see a list of participants that say unassigned. If you scroll down, you'll see there's a room that says chemistry, and you have to click on that join button.
That's the problem. I can't even, okay, hold on. Okay.
Are you good? Okay, I'm gonna go into physics now, okay?
All right.
All right, okay, we'll be there for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Please, my name is Juma. I cannot see the link to join.
Okay, go to more.
Hello, my name is James. I cannot see the place to join.
When you go to more, you will see breakout room. It's not a link. Go to more on your Zoom. Click on more. You see breakout rooms. Then choose which one, maths or physics or chemistry.
It's not showing anything yet. When you go to more, you only have meeting settings, disconnect audio. That's what I have here. I can't see breakout section here.
It's wait, hold on.
Same
Let me try.
thing here.
Hold
It's
on.
not
here.
showing.
Are you using your phone?
Yes.
Yes, I'm using my phone.
Okay, just 1 minute. Let me
On
try.
the screen, check, you see breakout
you
rooms
work on your on the settings,
Okay, on your
please.
screen, if you are using your phone, someone is just saying you will see breakout
Yes,
room on
on
your
your
screen.
screen you see breakout rooms.
Is it on the more?
Look under record. I think under record.
On the record.
Look from the top. After leave, you see where you have the leave.
Have
You
you
see
seen it?
record under.
Oh,
See breakout.
seen. We have seen it.
Okay. Are we good? Because I want to
I'm
go
still
to my
trying
class.
to navigate mine.
I want to enter my.
I'm still failing to reach
Yes,
my
it
room.
It has
Biology and chemistry.
four squares on it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Maths. Join.
Have you seen it? You will just see
I am.
breakout. Just click on join. You will enter the class.
Do I click on Zoom? Because I don't know, it is not.
No. On your screen, if you are using your phone, you will see breakout room. You will see a place called breakout rooms. Then click on join. Okay?
I can't see that here on my phone.
I cannot see that.
I can't see that as well.
Hello, everyone. So sorry, I was trying to help people join the group. Okay, there are breakout rooms. Are you guys with me?
Yes, we are here.
Please, I'm trying to help them join. There are a lot of people that are finding it difficult to to join. Okay, but I hope hopefully they will join. Okay, so thank you. I think I just have to leave them. so sorry.
We have less than 8 minutes or less than 9 minutes.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me quickly share my screen.
But me, please, I have one critical question. No.
Yes, please.
Can I go ahead with the question?
Go ahead with your question.
Please, Ma, I want to know. Now, you have introduced us to physics, chemistry, and mathematics on the PhET. Now, if I have another subject in mind that I want to use PhET to design instructional material for, are there features on PhET that can give me access to maybe come up with instructional materials or instructional resources to develop it by myself on the platform?
I have to connect you to Shola. He's going to help you with that. There are some that are open. We have some open source code that you can use, but he's the one that will direct you. So you have to message me. If you're on the WhatsApp group, you have to message me after this meeting.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, please. Then I will direct you to who would help you with it. Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much. Okay, please.
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon. Okay, so please, my maths people, it's just to explore. Can I quickly do something then before we ask our question?
Go ahead,
okay,
I
want to ask if it's possible to have a recording of
I will drop all those. It is recorded. It's record. Please just hold on for me, please. Okay, so here, I try to touch a lot of math simulation for us the math people. So here we have played around with quadratic equations. Now, if we want more of maths for our primary section, you have this area model algebra. This is a very important sim to help kids. I'm going to touch on elementary maths, then we'll go to advanced maths. Okay, so this is a beautiful sim that will help kids understand unit rates. Like, if my mother tells me to buy 5 oranges and gives me 500, how much should I give the aboki? So I will go to the kid who, it's like unit rate. So what will the child do? The child needs to know the cost of 1. Am I right, my teachers?
Yes, please.
Right?
Yes, please.
So he needs
Very
to know,
correct.
he needs to know the price of 1 so that he will be able to know the price of the 5. Okay, so to know the price of 1, okay, he accesses the Aboki. The Aboki tells. Then also, he now needs to know how much he's going to give the person selling the oranges. I don't want to use Aboki. Sorry, I apologize, please. He's going to know, he needs to know how much, and to figure that out, he needs to know which of the mathematical operations he has to use. Are you with me? So
Yeah.
So he needs to figure out that, is it division or multiplication? So with this simulation here, he can do this. You put 5 apples here, it gives you the price, the total price. So you can ask a child with this simulation, so how much do you now think is 1 apple, which is the unit rate? He says, oh, teacher, to know the price of 1 apple, I think you multiply, I think you divide. You understand my point? So yeah, the simulations are there for us to use. But we ourselves, we need to train ourselves on which particular questions we are going to ask our students to help them navigate their way to answer it. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
From this simulation here now, let's say I go into this racing lab. Let me play around with this. What do you see happens?
The speed and the hours are showing.
Okay. What can you teach with this?
You can teach physics,
Speed.
speed, distance, and time.
Speed.
Mary, I can hear you.
Distance
Cover, speed, average speed, distance, and time.
And
speed,
time.
Speed, distance, and time.
Average speed, distance, and time.
So you can teach this to kids in understanding speed, distance, and time. Are you getting me? You can use this to teach proportion. You can use this to teach ratio. And most especially, you can use this to teach rates, speed, distance, and time. So it's all about you knowing the sim to pick, and you manipulate. And you manipulating the sim to help the students understand. So you tell the students, click on this, click on that, do this. What do you notice? So they say, hey, teacher, this is it. Oh, this is what I'll do to get this. Are you getting my point? So this is an example of a sim that can be used in the elementary section. Now, another sim. How many minutes? Oh, we have 2 minutes.
Sorry, moderator, can I suggest one sim I would like you to check out?
Okay. I can hear you.
Okay, because I've been trying to go there myself, but I didn't understand the simulation about ratio and proportion in that same elementary math.
Yes.
So I appreciate it if you can go in there and just help us navigate through it. Thank you.
All right, let me quickly trace it. So you can see how I'm going through the sim. Just come to the PhET website, go to the sims, then come here, click on maths. It brings out all your maths. Okay, yes, there's a calculus, there's a quadrilateral, there's mean, to know share and balance, Fourier distance, okay, number line, vector addition, there's a fraction here. You can see this, build a fraction for kids, area modeling for also kids to teach them on areas and all that. We see here area, there's even a multiplications, this elementary, this is for multiplication. Please, can we mute our microphones, please? This would teach kids multiplication for elementary students.
Pardon me, Mrs. Chukwuka. I just wanted to show you how I got it. Like on the left
We have
part.
less than 1 minute.
Yes, on the left part there, you see math and then the grade level. There is elementary underneath. That's how I got it. That's how I got there.
Okay.
I just wanted to make you get there as fast as possible so we can look at it.
Let's just take our time to go through the site later on and study.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. See the grade level there. Grade level. You can click on the grade level by your left.
By my left, okay.
Yes, up a little bit up there. Grade
Elementary.
level.
Yes,
No,
yes.
come down a little bit.
I'm on elementary right now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So, what is the name of the sim?
Ratio proportion is the fourth one by your right.
Okay.
Yes, that green one.
Hello. Sorry. I think they've called us back to the room. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you. We
I
can
can
still
hear
hear you.
You. I still
We
hear
can
you.
still hear you. We can still hear you.
Okay, why it's trying to open here? So which of the sims?
Yeah, this I just tried Discovered. I went to Discover, but I couldn't. I don't know how to go about it.
Okay, please, what's your name?
I think you should spend some time.
My name is Ekene.
Ekene. Okay, Ekene, we are on the group, on the WhatsApp group. We can always go through this together because in 15 seconds,
fine.
we will be okay on the group.
Right.
Back to the group, okay?
Thank
So
you.
we can go that and we'll learn on it. And I'll take
period of time, but that was about 50.
Oh, Rebecca, our time is too short. Our time is too short. Chemistry, our time is too short. It's too short.
I'm so
Too short.
sorry. Yeah, no, it was too short, but I know we're getting to the end. No, Blessing has other things we need to do today.
At the time when my people were, yes, my people were getting more, and the time caught up with us.
Yes, I know. Me too. Me
It was
too.
fun.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
were
So
able to
for
build
the
community.
chemistry guys, I'm putting the link here. Those who couldn't get it, and yes, this is the link. You can still get it and explore as we continue with the discussion on this platform.
Thank you, Richard. All right, Blessing, are you back? If you are, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, Rebecca. Yes, I'm back. Okay. And just quickly, someone asked a quick question. Ekene, please, if you are here, if you want to know more about the sim, it's easy to quickly go here. Go under teaching resource. You need to be signed in to view the contents. Okay, so everyone needs to register. All right. Okay. So I'm registered. That's why it's easy for me to sign in. Oh, I have to refresh this page, but just down the simulation, click on teaching resource, and everything, if you are signed in, everything will be explained about the sim and how you can navigate it. Ekene, is this okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. So this is how you get how to use and go about the sim. It was on the PhET tour I spoke about this. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope we all enjoyed our breakout session. The physics guys, can you tell us what happened? Can we all say what happens in our breakout section?
May I ask something?
Can we type that on the chat box, please? On the chat box, in the chat box, please. Let me hear you. It was short. Oh, so sorry because of time. So sorry about that. So sorry. Okay. Rebecca, can you quickly now explain the Coursera? So let me stop sharing.
Yes, okay. Yeah, sure, no problem. All right, so let me just go ahead and mute a few folks. Okay, so it sounds to me, at least from the fact the time was too short, that there's a lot maybe more that you'd like to know about, a lot more you'd like to learn. And so we do have an opportunity for you to continue being involved. So by signing up, we have added you to a course, and we hope that you will continue with us. So I'm going to take you on just a very quick overview of what that includes. So if you complete the course, you'll get a certificate, like Blessing said, which comes from PhET through the University of Colorado and also through Coursera. There's no cost to participate, but you do need to join via an email that has now been sent to you. So I'm going to put in the chat that email that you should actually you should have gotten 3 emails during this session. It comes from something called no reply at Coursera. It's, I don't remember if it's .edu or exactly what, but it comes from no-reply at Coursera. And there's 3 invitations will get you into 3 private sections of the course. Like I said, there's no cost to participate and there's no charge for the certificate, but you must join by the email. If you try to join the course, like by going to Coursera and just trying to join the public version, you will not be in the correct course and Coursera will try to charge you money. So do not go through like the web page, go through your email. So I'm going to show you what that will look like from your end and how to participate. So, and Blessing, when does the course end? What is the final date of the course? Did you decide that yet?
Yes. It's the 12th, but you can make it 17th because, you know, some people will be submitting assignments. So 17th is good.
17 of what month?
Yeah, of August.
Oh, 17 August. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So I will be modifying that shortly. So you should have 3 invitations. One of the invitations is to the first course, which is Introduction to PhET Simulations for STEM Education. So when you get that email, it will ask you to create an account. It's a free account, so you have to create that. You have to put in your email address, you have to put in a password, and then it will take you to here. I'm going to go in and look at it as if you were a student. And so this is what you will see. And you will see that it has course material and it says 2 weeks. It might take you less time than 1 week to get all of this done. It might take you 2 weeks. If you follow these guidelines, and remember there's 3 courses that you can take through August 17th. You'll get 1 certificate for each of the 3 courses, and each certificate will validate you for 15 hours. So we hope you can do all 3 courses, but just remember that there's 3 courses here. So this is what it will look like. And when you go into it, you'll see the learning objectives. You'll want to click on each thing, and I've already gone through it, so it's given me the little check mark. You will get the check marks once you actually go through it. And so you can click on this. It will have a very simple reading. Please read everything it tells you to read, because other times you get questions about things that are you can help me with that, Blessing. Thank you. Otherwise, if you don't read all the information, you'll probably have questions, and we'll say, go back and read it. So please read everything. And then at the bottom of each section, it will say, go to next item. And the items might be different things. In this case, there's just a simple survey that we ask you to complete so we know who you are. And then there will also be discussion questions. And you don't have to reflect on all of them. Reflect on the one that speaks the most to you, and then post your response and then reply. Once you've done that, then you'll be able to move on to the next item. Sometimes you will see items that have a PDF, and so you'll want to click on that, and then please be sure to read that. Again, all of these assignments, all of these things that you need to do, the readings, the videos, the discussions, they all prepare you for a peer review assignment. So each course has 1 or 2 peer review assignments. There's also videos in here. So you have to do all of these different things. And then when you get to the peer review assignment, this one, for example, will ask you to do something very simple. It will ask you to identify 5 simulations that are relevant to your teaching. And so read the instructions. You'll then download a template, and then you must complete that template, and then you have to upload it. Let me go ahead and open that up real quick. Here we go. Let me do that. So this is what the template looks like. And sorry, it's not 5 simulations, just have to look for 3 relevant simulations. You'll type in, you know, what's the name of the course you teach? Maybe you teach physics, maybe you teach something else, and then tell us the context. So, you know, perhaps these are students who are ages 13 to 14. You know, about half of the students are struggling because they don't yet know algebra, let's say. Whatever it is, explain your context. And I'm sorry, if folks could stop annotating, that would help, because unfortunately we all see your annotations. I've just disabled annotations, and once I stop sharing, let me just stop sharing real quick so we can get rid of that so it doesn't distract us. There we go. Sorry.
Yeah, please, let's stop writing on the screen of your phone. Yep. We can all see it. Okay, please.
So here we go. So here we have this. And so we always have an example. That example doesn't count. You need to do 3 of your own beyond that. Identify a topic that you plan to teach, at least 1 simulation, and then what students can learn from that simulation. So this is a very simple assignment, but what is important about this is that you will then be uploading it. So once you've completed that assignment, you need to go, you see there's a tab here that says My Submission. You now need to click on My Submission. And then what you need to do is you need to put your title. So this could be Rebecca's assignment. And then you need to upload the template with your completed activity. It looks like right now, this is actually a link. This won't be a link. I need to fix this here. It will be an opportunity. It will be a place where you will upload your document, and then you will save as draft. And then what will happen is after you've submitted your assignment, you must review your peers. You have to review, I think it's at least 2 that you're required to review. And so, for example, somebody will have a file uploaded here, and then you must use this rubric and help them know whether or not they've completed the assignment. This one's quite simple. It asks, does it describe the topic? Did they list the topics relevant to the course? Did they identify 3 different sims? And for each simulation, did they identify at least 5 concepts that could be learned? So you have to submit your assignment, and on top of that, you must also review other people's work as well. You will not receive your score for this workshop, for this, you won't be able to get your certificate for this workshop if you don't submit your assignment and also do the required peer reviews. So that's what you need to do for this course. So that's for week 1. Week 2 also has some additional content. And for this, it looks like there's lots of assignments, but there's actually only 1 assignment. And it will tell you here, of the 3 available assignments, you only need to submit and successfully meet the criteria for 1. So there's some choices. So that's the first course. Like I said, there are 3 total courses if you want to get all of the certificates for the 45 hours total. So I would strongly encourage you, if you have not yet checked your email, look in your email for 3 emails from no-reply@Coursera, and go into the introduction course. That's the first one that you should take. Yeah, and I think that's everything there.
Yes, Rebecca. You're
all right,
correct.
once again, sorry, I know my time is up too.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I don't want to keep people here because of their time. Okay, so quickly, I'm gonna forward this to you. All right, but this is the syllabus. Okay. Now coming here, what Rebecca just said, this is our first meeting. So we're going to be helping you. Normally we do leave teachers to do the courses on their own. That's why this workshop is going to be for 4 Saturdays. Okay, so DTW, we're going to be here to help you on the PhET team. Okay, so here your first assignment, Introduction to PhET Simulation. That's the first course on Coursera. You would click and go through, okay, and do your assignment, submit, and do the peer review. But please be on the WhatsApp group. Oh, whoa, I'm not sharing my screen. So sorry. Okay, so sorry, I wasn't sharing my screen. I thought I did. Okay, so this is the first workshop we've had. So please go, I'm going to send this document to everyone also on the group. So please be on the WhatsApp group to ask any of your questions, okay? I would open the group, okay? So this is the first workshop and these are the assignments. Next Saturday will be another workshop where why we're doing this is to help you out, because we see that when we just tell teachers, oh, this is a Coursera course, it's 45 hours, you know, they just get to one and they are stuck. There's no motivation to go forward. Okay, so that's why next Saturday, I'm going to be with you. Please, let's, you know, give it these 4 Saturdays, and during the week, do our assignments. By God's grace, we're on holiday. That's why we're doing this workshop during the holiday, so you can do your assignments and your peer reviews. Any questions you have, we're on the group to support you. So next week, 29th of July, we are going to explain everything about activity design, how to create it, okay, using PhET simulation. Then you will have assignments that week, which you will do on the Coursera, okay, and submit on the Coursera. Then the following 3rd week, 5th of August, implementation of your PhET activity, we will teach you on that. So after that class, you do your assignment, okay, and submit before we meet on the final day, okay, to finalize. All right, so thank you. I know 2 minutes out, so sorry for keeping you. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, everyone. You guys have been so awesome. All right, for staying here. So final reflection, what does it really mean? Anyway, on the group, we're going to quickly do that. Okay, so that's it. So what next is to join the WhatsApp group, your first assignment. All right, which if you haven't received the Coursera emails yet, don't worry, you will get them. Okay, I've gotten mine. Some people have gotten theirs. So because there's it takes time to quickly send different separate links. You know, every link is has an ID to you. All right, so it will take time to get to you, but you will finally get it. If you need help on the Coursera, how to get through, please on the group, send a message. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you, PhET, thank you, Rebecca, for being here. Richard, thank you so much for being here, taking our time. We thank you. So I want, before we leave, okay, I want us to drop an exit ticket. You have to have an exit ticket before you leave. In the chat box, drop one thing that you have taken with you today. In the chat box, everyone, before we leave, drop and leave. Yeah, I see you say thank you, but I want you to drop one thing you have learned today that sticks with you. Please, let me see them now. Let me see them. What's the one thing you have learned today? How to build a molecule. Oh, chemistry. Richard, your class must be nice. Building an atom. Good. PhET makes teaching STEM easier. Nice. Education should be hands-on. Good. Formation of molecules. Learning, making learning. Oh, wow. Math simulation.
How to build ammonia.
Oh, great. Solar simulation. Whoa, I see. Rebecca, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Richard, are you seeing this? That's it. Whoa, wow.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh, great exit ticket. So thank you so much. You can leave now. We don't want to keep you for so long. Okay, we apologize
me, ma,
for
please,
taking
I have a
5
question.
minutes of your time. Okay, yes, please.
Okay, ma'am, please, the WhatsApp group is not always opening to everyone. So if you have a problem to share, how are we going to get to
I'm going to open it. I'm going to open it.
Okay.
Ma'am, I would open it after
Thank
this.
you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you. Okay, someone says please share the link to the WhatsApp. I will do that now. So if you have a question, you can stay or you can leave. This is empowering. Great. Thank you, Esther. You can leave now. We are done for today. Education has gone beyond abstract teaching. Williams, thank you. I've learned so much. Thank you. Makes learning easier. Making learning easy for the learner. Great one. This is informative. Thank you so much. You guys can leave now, please. I know your time is precious. We don't want to take you. Illustration done on ratio, rate, and proportion. Good. Simulation makes teaching attractive. Nice one. Blessing Moses. Good. This will bring mathematics to life. Yo, I see that. Oh, good. PhET simulations to solve wire questions. Wow, great, great. Isaiah, great, great. Simulations based on mathematics. Wow. Yes, there'll be a recording. Okay, I would definitely post it on the group. The link after this, I would download it and also upload on YouTube and send the link where you can watch. Learning, oh, great, nice and lovely exit ticket. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with us. We appreciate you. We truly, truly, truly do appreciate you. Thank you from the PhET team. Rebecca, thank you. Richard, thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, you can still ask. We are here. This is more convenient tool for teachers, really nice. Simulation brings real-world situation, good. Learning only takes place if it is meaningful the way you are taught. Mathematics is more interesting with STEM simulations, good one. Thank you for staying today. Thank you, we appreciate. This is good, 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 good. Simulation is user-friendly, great, great. Thank you, everyone. I see some people, you can leave right now, okay? Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you. Blessing. So all three of the courses are open and available. They've all been set to August 17th. But it might be good for you to enter and just make sure everything is like deadlines and things are set up as you want. Deadlines are always only a recommendation until the final date of the 17th. But if there's anything you want changed, just let me know. Okay.
Maybe this Saturday, maybe Monday, I might just maybe meet with you quickly.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a question. No.
Okay, Mr. Adebowale, we are hearing you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Well done.
Okay.
Like the question I had the other time that you said that you are going to link me with.
Yes, please. Just WhatsApp me. Yes, WhatsApp. Rebecca, please, can you ask the question? Rebecca, can you answer him? Can you ask the question?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, now I could see that the PhET platform is very rich in designing instructional resource. So, and from what we are told now, we have instructional resources for physics, for chemistry, for mathematics, and I think that's a physics, education, chemistry, and mathematics. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, I'm thinking I am a lecturer, and I am in the vocational and technical education area. My area of specialization is educational technology. And I like creating instructional materials to facilitate teaching and learning. Now, my question was that, is there any way I can have access to create instructional resources for my subject or for my course, if I want to use it in tertiary institutions in the course I'm teaching?
So the answer, there's a couple of different answers. So I'm putting in the chat the PhET source code. So we are an open education resource. So that means that you can see all of the code. You can use any of the code, make modifications. So there's information on there, but what I will say is that creating if you're talking about simulations, creating new simulations is a very intensive process. And now if you're able to do that, that's totally fine. But I will tell you that most of our simulations require the work of 2 or 3 engineers and then 2 or 3 content specialists from a period of 6 to 9 months. Most of our simulations cost about $100,000 when we make them. We've never been able to really encounter anybody as an individual or an organization that's been able to use the source code and create simulations in a sustainable way, but that doesn't mean you can't try. So, but we don't have, it's not like a sandbox where it's drag and drop, or where we have assets that you can just use and create to make, random, new simulations. Everything we create is it's from scratch. So does this answer your question?
Partially. Now, apart from simulation is just one type of interactive learning resource. We have games, we have quiz, we have maybe interactive video, we have interactive ebook, and so on and so forth. Simulation could take a long time because of some programming activities that would take place. But something like maybe one has recorded a video. For example, now maybe I want to teach students about waste management, and I go to the downhill. I make a simple video recording, or maybe I want to teach them about e-waste, and I go to where they pack e-waste and I record it, and I want the video. I want to convert it to be an interactive video to put some text or notes that they can just So I don't know if those facilities could be used on the PhET platform or not. Or maybe I want to convert it to game. Okay, this picture that I've taken, the image, match it with the right name. Or maybe, okay, if this one and this one make contact, what will be the result to make it interactive and thought-provoking for the students. So the basic question, the general question is that, is there any aspect of PhET platform that could be used by an external person, like maybe a freelance teacher, to create instructional resource for his or her class?
So, so if you're talking about things like beyond the simulation in the source code, so if you're an educator, yes, you can use any of our resources to create videos, to create, activity sheets for students. We have people like textbook publishers who will often integrate our simulations, put QR codes so people go to the simulations. That's all totally fine as long as you're not using our logo and claiming to be a partner. So I've just pasted the link, the PhET licensing link. Basically, if you're a teacher and you're using it for educational purposes, I mean, even if you're using it for commercial purposes, like as like you say, as an independent, educational consultant, that's totally fine, as long as you're not making use of our logo and using that logo in your marketing. But we don't have any, we don't have any kind of like an engine for creating PhET games, or we don't have any kind of engine for, so I guess what I'm saying is basically what we provide is we have the source code, and then you're able to make use of pretty much anything on our website for your own, for your work. Does that answer your question now?
Okay, what of ebook, ma?
Yes, you could put it in an ebook as long as you're not marketing it with the PhET logo on the front cover, or making a claim that, this is a PhET product. That's fine. Look at the licensing terms that I've put in the chat. We have a web page, and if you have a specific question, you can write to us and get permissions if it's approved. Yeah.
Okay, but I couldn't. The source code could not be copied because of the Zoom officials.
Because of what officials?
I mean, the source code that you posted on this meeting chat cannot be copied.
Yes, it can. I mean, yes, you can all of our source code is on GitHub, and yes, you are allowed to copy it. If you go to the licensing page here, let me just show you. Yes, it's an open source. So let's see here. Does it say on here about our source code? Yeah, source code. So it's open, it's licensed under source code. It's yeah, anything except for we have some kind of we have something that is not publicly available, that is not openly licensed, but all of our regular simulation source code is publicly licensed. So you can do anything you want with it except to claim that it's that if you create something new, just don't market it as a PhET product, because it's not a PhET product, right? So yes, you can copy our code.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yep. I saw there was a question. Do we have VR? No. We've had some people who with VR goggles, but you really, and we don't have an app for that.
The network is breaking. I couldn't hear that from properly.
Oh, we don't have a VR app. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. So thank you so much, everyone, for still staying behind 15 minutes. Thank you. You can all leave. We're going to still communicate in the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
John.
Oh, you have a question? Okay.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I have a software, and I think incorporating PhET into the software for students, it's something fantastic. But then I heard you say, if we're incorporating that, we should make sure your logo, we're not marketing it as PhET. So is it ideal for me to incorporate PhET into my software so that students can now use it for simulations, especially their teachers can use it to train them on it?
So yes, like if you want to directly embed PhET simulations into your software, that's fine. And like there will be a little logo on the PhET simulation because that's how it comes. Don't take that off.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
That's totally fine. Just yeah, we don't want you selling software and saying this is a PhET software. You can, just don't mark it with the PhET. It's just about making sure people understand what is a PhET item and what is not. We do have a commercial licensing. We do have a commercial license. It's a partnership program that does have a cost for people who do want to be able to market the PhET aspect, but that can be a follow-up conversation. So you can, on the licensing page that I shared in the chat, there's an email to contact about specific questions.
Okay, I think I'm going to consider that the commercial part. So I will need to follow all due process because I think alongside what I'm selling, I'm not selling the PhET, but I want it to be an additional tool that these people can get for free, since it's a free tool each and every one of them needs to have.
Yeah, so you don't need a commercial licensing partnership if it's just integrated, but if you're using it as part of your marketing and you want to be able to use our PhET logo as part of that marketing, then you do need a commercial partnership. So
okay.
So look at the licensing page and then determine what you need.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting and wish you all the best of luck. Okay. See you in the WhatsApp group. Bye-bye.
So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you. We'll see in the WhatsApp group soon. Thank you. Okay, take care. I'm about closing the meeting. Thank you.